If you have symptoms of mast cell activation, your nervous system is in shock. Okay, I know it may not feel this way because you've got used to living the way you're living and having thoughts come in at the speed they're coming in, but the reality is your immune system and nervous system is in shock. And to be able to get out of this, you have to identify what's keeping it in shock, okay? And typically the things that keep your nervous system in shock are perceptual stressors, believing that maybe this illness cannot be overcome, maybe believing that you're gonna be stuck in this situation forever. Also, things you're eating, things like eggs, dairy, nuts, seeds, gluten, eating meat if it's not digested properly. These things can lead to aggravation of the immune system, which puts your body further into shock. Another aspect is mycotoxins. Mycotoxins are often the thing that sends the body into shock in the first place. Could be a traumatic event, of course, that the person could not process emotionally, but it also could be mycotoxin exposure to neurotoxins that affected their perception, which affected their thinking. And they had no idea what was actually happening, so they just started thinking that this or that or whatever, and the reality was the problem when in fact they were just inhaling neurotoxins that were causing neurological inflammation, right? So these are the things that keep you in shock. If you want to get out of shock, you got to replace your key nutrients. You got to replace your magnesium, zinc, selenium, trace minerals, but you got to do it in plant-based form, in a form that actually can reach the cells, because if you're using synthetic nutrients when you have mast cell activation, guess what? It's not going to work. And if you're using synthetic nutrients to try to replace deficiencies, guess what? It's not going to work, right? So you got to replace the key nutrients. You also got to look at your routine, okay? You got to stay in the same routine. You cannot shock your body. Even going to sleep 2 hours later is going to cause you problems. Even, skipping lunch is going to cause you problems. Even overdoing exercise a little bit is going to cause you problems. Even working much later that day and putting more effort into work is going to cause you problems. This is the thing. You got to focus on making comprehensive changes, because when you have mast cell activation, you have an immune condition. Your body is in shock, your immune system is in shock, and you have to eliminate the irritants. You got to change your routine. You got to stay balanced. You got to stay balanced. You got to get the breathing. You got to get the meditation in there. You got to go ahead and do some stretching. You got to get the self-care, the self-love. You got to get rid of the fear, the perceived danger. These things are going to keep you in shock, keep you sick. Reach out to me. I went through this myself. I overcame it myself. This is what I help people do now. Take care.